I mean, I don't
Nah,
want.
Alright.
I'm not gonna jinx you, but
oh,
like,
he's
I
not
just
just
want
going
you.
up
man,
he's
heavy
got
or
the
something.
suit. He's got the swagger. He's got extra armor,
I could probably like
extra
talk my way out
charisma.
of it with my charisma.
Yeah, man. Dress to impress.
Yeah, dude. First impressions are
I gotta
everything.
quiet down though. It's like 2 in the morning, so I gotta quiet down.
Yeah.
Oh fuck you! You right? It's 12:30 for me.
Yeah,
It
I
Okay, so
don't.
welcome
is.
to this game of Dungeons and Dragons. My name is Iken, I'll be your dungeon master. And we'll have some new players here, so I'll do a brief introduction onto the game, because we're going to be playing soon, hopefully. Um, but yes, you have come to join us for a D&D game. This is a fantasy adventure role-playing game, classic fantasy adventure role-playing game. And it's about telling stories with your friends about fantasy adventures um, through a game of role-playing, where you will talk and think and act in the perspective of an individual adventuring character on a campaign for fame and fortune. In this game, to win, you must survive the dungeons and the dragons and such. You will go on campaign for fame and fortune by slaying monsters, hunting treasures, and claiming bounties, pretty much. And this is just a game where you get to tell the story of an experience, a fantasy adventure of a particular character, um, for fun, really. It's all kind of just for fun, but it's to tell a story through a game, challenge your imagination and such, and it's a good time. It builds good memories, a good experience. So I hope you like it. Before you can start, I've already kind of told you what it is and how it's played. There's a dungeon master. I'll be your guide. I'll definitely teach you how to play and everything if you haven't played.
Yep.
But before you can even play, you have to roll up your first character with to see what kind of person you are in this world of Dungeons and Dragons. It's a medieval fantasy world full of demons and witchcraft, monsters and magic and such. So
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be of a particular class that is quite respectable among human society in this world, which is the adventuring class. So let's see, only a select few who are brave enough will set out on dangerous forays into the wilderness for their fame and fortune. That's you, fortune seekers, adventurers. Um, the first thing we determine by of your character is their ability scores. This is a reflection of your character's capabilities, what they're good at, what they're not so good at, and so on. And because
Your
you're new,
series
of
on.
course, please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. I
Yep.
will do my best to answer them and keep the game going, of course. But yes, because you're new, of course, I encourage you to ask questions and learn the game as we play.
Your
The
Siri.
best way to play or learn D&D is just to play it.
Your phone.
And sorry, what was that,
Your
Bonjour?
phone's Siri and it's on.
Oh, is it? My bad.
Just thought I'd let you
Alright.
know.
Okay. And then, appreciate it. She does that sometimes, I'm not sure why. Let's see. Sometimes I think I say things that sound like Siri, so then she starts talking. Um, Alright then, let's see. So first, we're gonna roll up for Bonjour, then Highlander, and then Suckers. So Bonjour, the first ability we test is your strength. This reflects your character's ability in melee combat and physical prowess. Yours has a strength of 12, which is pretty good. A score of 3 to 8 is considered below average, and 9 to 12 is average, and 13 to 18 is above average, so you're almost above average.
What did I
Over
get?
time, your abilities will grow to reflect your ability as a player. But you have a 12 strength, Bonjour.
Okay, hold on. Let me write that down somewhere.
Hmm. Alright. The next ability we'll be testing is your intelligence. This is your cognition and your knowledge, your overall knowledge in the world of D&D. Your character's intelligence is an 8, which is slightly below average, but not bad. Alright, next is wisdom. This is your character's ability to perceive, sensibility, 5 senses, and all that. Faith. You've got 7.
Hold on. What did I get?
7 wisdom,
Wait, what stuff before that?
8 intelligence. Alright, next is your dexterity, hand-eye coordination, reflexes and such. You have 14 dexterity. Alright. And next is constitution. This is like endurance, vitality. You have 7 constitution. Lastly, there's charisma. This is your leadership, communication skills. You have 11. Alright, next we're gonna roll up for Highlander. We'll do a blitz. You guys all know what they do now. I've kind of already explained it once. So strength is 11.
Ethan, I did my dice roll in the chat, if that's okay.
Oh, just now. I see.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ooh.
Very well. You will have 16 strength, 13 intelligence, 7 wisdom, 5 dexterity, 10 constitution, and 12 charisma. Okay, and then now we're gonna do suckers.
Can I just roll in there too?
You can, yes. Slash roll space 3 or slash roll space 6 space 3d6 is the command.
Okay, so 6. Oh. 6. D6.
Nice. Oh, that's pretty good.
Alright.
Yeah, that's pretty good stats.
Yeah, those are good. See, 12, 14, 10, 14, 14, and 7. For the remainder of the game, do you guys want to use the die spot, or do you guys want to have the
I'd
Dungeon
like to
Master
use
roll, or
the
do you have
dice
your own
spot.
dice?
I like the
That's
dice
fine.
spot. Yeah.
Alright, so I'll be rolling for just Squig and Manjor then.
Huh?
Yeah, I'll have you roll for me. Hasn't gone bad so far.
Traditionally, in original D&D, only the Dungeon Master rolled the dice, like a fortune teller,
Yeah.
or druid would roll their bones. Okay, but you guys are allowed to roll your dice in our game. That's our house rule. Okay, so next is gonna be your class. Based on your abilities, I'll make you some recommendations, but there are 7 classes or sets of roles or skills that you'll choose from. Everyone, first and foremost, is an adventurer. This means you're here to hunt monsters, treasures, and bounties, first and foremost. But, oh, we're losing Suckers?
No, he's probably just having some issues. Give him a second.
Sorry about that, I'm back.
All good. Alright, welcome back. Let's see. So, classes. The first 4 classes you have to choose from are of the race of humans. This is your cleric, fighter, magic user, and thief. And the next 2 classes are of demi-human races, which are the dwarves, elves, and halflings. In original D&D, if you're not familiar, back in the day, how it was done is you did not pick a race, you only picked a class. So the classes more reflected the style of the tokenist way or the original way, right? Before there was D&D, there was chainmail, but then when they brought in the implementation of tokens work, of course, they made the character classes very similar to tokens work. So you did not ever see a dwarf wizard or an elf priest. You only saw elves, dwarves, and halflings. So they were their own class of adventurers. They did all they could based on their race. So basically, dwarves would be good at fighting and exploring the dungeon, right? Because they're from the undergrounds, like mountain halls and such, and constructing great halls of stone and such. Elves will be good at fighting using magic naturally from mysterious parts of the world, right? Dangerous dark woods and such. And then, of course, halflings are like, in our game at least, half men, half fae. They're the rangers, borderland men, right? So they're like beastmen almost, right? So they're a little different from normal men. They have better senses and very good at hunting, bow and arrows. Alright, so between those 7 classes, you'll make your choice. Bonjour, your abilities tell me that you're strong and you're tough. I highly recommend fighter or dwarf to you.
Okay. Sure, we're going with fighter. How about we got that one?
Okay, and I'll tell you about the class in a moment, what they are capable of for your responsibility to the party. Highlander, for you, you're strong and you're smart. I also recommend fighter, maybe even dwarf, but I also highly recommend elf to you. Elves need to be strong and smart, and that's you. So between those classes, what would you like?
Oh, you said me or?
Yes.
Oh,
you,
sorry.
fighter,
Sorry.
magic
What
user,
were my options?
elf. I highly recommend fighter, magic user, elf, or dwarf to you.
I'm gonna go with the elf.
Alright, good to go. Suckers, you're quite strong, smart. You're actually pretty good at everything. You're just a little shy. But the classes I would go for based on your scores, because your highest scores are in like intelligence and dexterity. For such, for example, I would highly recommend magic user or thief to you. But any class, pretty much you can play well with your abilities.
Yeah. I'll go thief.
All right. So now I'll tell you your role in the party based on your class that you've chosen. If you're a fighter, the fighter is the best fighting class in the game naturally. And in our game, our house rule for the fighter is that you will fight at twice the rate at level 1, 3 times the rate at level 5, 4 times the rate at level 10. In replacement of the fact that we don't use CMI, Companion Masters and Immortals rules, we just use BX. Um, let's see, as a fighter, you'll be able to wear any armor, use any weapons. You have a D8 for hit points, which is the highest roll you can roll for hit points in the game. So on average 4 hit points, and then you're able to construct strongholds immediately. You're like a lordling at the start of night. And then let's see, uh, that's pretty much everything there is. Fighters have pretty decent saving throws, and they get better at fighting faster than any other class pretty much, along with dwarves as well. Dwarves on the other hand are actually, it's not important to us right now because we don't have any dwarves with us. Elves would be the next class we'll talk about. Elves are very good at fighting too. They can use any armor, any weapons, prefer bladed weapons. They're typically like to be lit, so they can use magic weapons too and magic items. But elves can also use magic spells. They also get a spell book as well. They have to purchase an empty one to fill with their knowledge of their current spells and such. But yes, elves will be responsible for not just fighting in the game like fighters, but they'll also be responsible for using their magic spells to help aid the party with us supernaturally, right? Aid the party supernaturally if need be. And then next there's the thief. These are very important. Of course, that doesn't really sound like a trustworthy role in the group, but these are highly important for adventurers. To have all the skills that adventurers need to actually succeed, right? They have exceptionally good skills meant for adventurers, such as a whole list. It's going to include, you know, lock picking, detecting and removing traps, climbing to your surfaces, pickpocketing, moving silently, hiding in shadows, and so on. You also have the ability to backstab in combat, which is very effective and needs to be utilized. Otherwise, you're gonna kind of put your character in a handicapped situation. So, to become a backstabber or a guerrilla fighter, you need to know how to do this. And I'll tell you, since you're new, you want to be a scout pretty much. You will scout ahead, report back to the party if you see any monsters, and take a position where you can hide behind enemy lines, and then when your party engages in combat with the enemy, you will flank, right? You'll come from behind where you were hidden, and as the enemy are already occupied, you will backstab them, right? Therefore, you'll be able to deal double damage and a +4 attack bonus. So that's how you backstab. People question, how do I backstab when like everyone's already fighting? Well, that's how you do it. So, um, let's see. Next is gonna be. Oh, that's everyone. So, do you have any questions on your role, your skills, your set skills? Also, elves are very good against ghouls. They cannot be paralyzed by ghouls, and they also have a extra language. They are trained to fight certain monsters, so they can commune and figure out these monsters better than others, such as gnolls, orcs, and maybe a few others. But those are gnolls, orcs, and hobgoblins are the ones you're good at killing if you're an elf.
Can I be the caller, Ekin?
If the party votes on it, you
Okay.
could. For those who are not familiar, I'll explain the color role in a little bit. But before we even get to the color point, let's figure out the characters first. We're not even done creating characters, so it's okay. But let's go ahead and roll hit points next. So hit points is how hard you can get hit before you die. The average man only has 2 hit points. So for Bonjour, because you're a fighter, you get an 8-sided die for your hit points. Let's see how many you've got. 1 hit point. Alright, you have a -1 penalty, but the minimum is 1 hit point.
So
you'll be starting with
technically,
1 hit point.
I have 0 hit points.
No, you only get 1.
Yeah, but
the minimum is 1. Yeah, technically you started with
but
0.
if there wasn't a minimum, I would start off dead.
Yeah, of course. Let's see.
That
Highlander
does
as an
not bode
elf.
well for the rest of the campaign.
You will be starting with 1d6 hit points. 5
Oh,
hit
come
points.
on.
I got 5. Oh, sorry, 5 hit points.
Indeed. It is the dice's decision, right? We leave it to fate.
Yeah,
With there
that's
being a
okay.
high chance, there is a low chance.
Yeah,
so
I'm
it is
not gonna
again,
write all this down.
you have to work with what the dice give you.
Alright, yeah.
what the god gives you. Right.
Okay.
Alright, so next is the hit points for the thief. The thief is tough and gets a +1 bonus. He has a 14 constitution. So here we go. 4 + 1, 5 hit points. Okay.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Alright, now
Yeah.
we're gonna get your starting money. It is 36 money or silver pieces for your equipment. Alright, so Bonjour's character will be starting with 10 pieces, not bad. And then Highlander, you'll be starting with. Oh shit, that one fell off the table.
Oh man, I'm gonna be broke now.
Alright, there we go. 10 as well.
That's not bad. Okay. Man, Silkers, you're rich, dude. Nice.
And Sukers, you'll be starting with 9 silver.
Oh wait. Oh, so who got 30? Didn't somebody have 30 pieces?
What happened?
Nope, 10. 10, 10, and 9.
Oh. Oh, never mind.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so now we're gonna get you each a set of clothes. You need to be protected from your environment. Disease is a common way to die in this game. We'll see. So, we'll see. Without clothes, you will likely catch a disease quite easily. Clothing set comes with normal clothes, about 10 pounds or 10 articles of clothing. This typically includes your boots, your tunic, your trousers, your belt, your gloves, your hood, your cloak, and that's pretty much everything. And your undergarments. Okay, let's see. After that was purchased, the next thing we need to purchase for you guys is weapons. Everyone here is a monster hunter, and what do hunters use most? Bows and arrows. Missile weapons are the most important weapons in our old school D&D games. You can fight monsters from a distance and kill them before they can even have a chance to kill you. So, as long as they don't have missile weapons as well, right? So then for missile weapons, I highly recommend a sling. It's the cheapest option. Then you can afford other things, of course. But there's also a short bow if you want a better one, or a longbow, or a crossbow. Between those options, you guys will make a decision, starting with Bonjour. Bonjour, and I'll post the list in case you want to look at it in the meantime while I'm talking to someone else, but the list is also in the reference channel. It's a list of items you can choose to purchase at the start with the money that you rolled.
Oh, dear
Let's see.
God.
So I'm going to copy paste it into the roleplay channel for y'all to look at.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Alright, so I'll also give you recommendations to get through this quickly. We're not going to spend all day on this, of course, right? So if you have to think about it, then you just don't purchase anything. Right? You'll purchase it later. But at the Bonjour, you have a close so far. You also get the missile weapon. So between those 4 that I recommended, which would you like? Sling, shortbow, crossbow, or longbow? Or none?
I'm gonna go with the crossbow.
Crossbow is one of the best in the game. High damage, has to reload, best accuracy, costs 4 silvers including corals.
Yeah.
Corals are the ammunition. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get you a crossbow and the quiver of corals. You get 7 corals. That's the ammunition. Alright, now on for a melee weapon. You're down to 4 silvers because we just spent a total of 6. So with the melee weapon, I highly recommend a spear, which can be used in formation. You are a fighter after all, so I highly recommend you go for one. But because it looks like you're gonna focus on your missile combat, since you are after all a little fragile, I would recommend a cheaper melee weapon, right?
Yeah, the cheapest
for last
one
resort.
is what, a club?
Club or dagger is 2 silvers, a knife is 1.
A knife is one? Where's the knife? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'll probably go for the knife then, because honestly, I'd rather not them get close, and if they do, I'm screwed anyway.
You might as well just focus on that crossbow, right? Run away, shoot, run away, shoot. Okay. You have a few silver left, about 3 left, which you can spend now on equipment, which is very important. We'll need torches and food at the minimum for equipment and supplies.
Yeah, okay.
And a way to carry it, of course,
How
and any
much-
loot that we
How much
find.
do I have?
You have 3 left.
3.
Someone in the party needs to buy a tinderbox, someone should buy torches, someone should buy food, and everyone needs to buy some kind of container to carry loot with.
Okay.
The cheapest container you can buy is a sack. Would you like that? It's 1 silver, it carries 20 pounds of gear.
Okay.
Or do you want something better?
I think I'll just wait. Hold on. So I have 3 pieces.
Yes, you have 3 silvers. A sack is 1,
Uh-huh.
a bag is 2,
Yeah, I'm looking.
and a pack is 3.
I'm looking.
Hey,
Which
while he does that, what class is Bonjour?
Bonjour is a fighter.
Okay.
Alright, bonjour. With your last 3 silvers, if you don't want to buy equipment supplies, you can also buy armor. A gambit is the cheapest form of armor you can afford, and a shield too. A gambit is 2 silver and shield 3.
Okay.
Shield you can block with it though, but it only protects the fighting flank that you're fighting on.
I'm gonna go ahead and get a sack
Okay, good choice.
and some torches.
Alright, also a good choice. Some of those torches will be hanging from your belt by string, because the sack can only carry 20 pounds of gear, and 10 pounds of, or 10 torches is 30 pounds, so about 4 of them will be hanging off your belt.
Okay.
4 or 3 of them will be hanging on your belt. Let's see, while the others are sealed away in your sack. Alright, and you have 1 left. I recommend you can purchase the tinderbox with that,
Yeah, I should probably perfectly get the tinderbox.
so you can quickly light your torches,
Yeah, that one.
or start a fire, or create light if
Yeah,
need be.
yeah.
The torches go
tinderbox,
out. Alright, good to go. Next up is Highlander. You've got 9 silver to spend. We spent 1 on clothing. First thing is missile weapon. Which one would you like?
Missile weapon. What are my options?
Sling, short bow, crossbow, and longbow. And in the meantime, seekers, try to figure out what you want. So
What
when
are
it
the-
gets to you, you know what you want.
What are the prices?
The prices are 1 silver for a sling, 3 silvers for a short bow and ammunition, 4 silvers for a crossbow and ammunition, 5 silver for a longbow and ammunition.
Okay, let's go with a sling.
Alright, good choice. We also need to buy you a class item, which is your spell book.
Okay. Yep.
That's 2 silvers, so you're down to 6. Which melee weapon would you like? I highly recommend a spear.
Okay.
Quite a versatile weapon.
What are the prices for the weapons?
Melee weapons?
Yeah.
Which one are you interested in? I'll tell you the price.
I'm trying to save money so I can get some a nice container. So I want to basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spear is pretty affordable. It's 3 silvers and it's a very good weapon.
How much is the club?
Club is 2 silvers. It's a decent weapon.
Okay, let me get the club.
Alright, good to go. And then, do you want any armor?
How much is the shield?
No?
How much?
Shield is 3 silvers.
Okay,
You
no,
have
that's
4
fine.
silver
Let me
left.
okay, no, that's all right. I got okay, I got 5 left.
Let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6. You have 4 left.
Four left. Okay, so what other items would I be looking at? Maybe a water skin or a sack.
You might want to get some food, and if you're gonna get food, you have to get a container to carry it with. So a bag is the best container to carry food with, because it carries 40 pounds, and food comes with 30 pounds per set.
Okay.
So a bag and food is total of 3 silvers.
Okay, I just want the
You'll be
sack.
able to feed.
I just want the sack.
Okay, the sack, and
Yeah.
would you like food still?
Yeah, just one, just a little bit. Yeah, like maybe 1 or 2 rations.
Alright. Well, a set of food is 30 pounds of food for 1 silver.
And how much can I carry?
20 pounds in your sack, and the other 10. I suppose you'll have to find some other place to put it, or just abandon it.
No, I want the sack, and I'll just get one purchase of food, and with the extra food, either maybe somebody else would be able to carry it, or I'll just store it somewhere. Yeah.
Okay. So you'll carry 20 pounds of food, and the other 10 pounds you'll leave to someone else in your party to
Yo,
carry.
I can just put all the food on my horse.
Okay. Good call.
All right.
So you purchase the sack, you purchase the food's loaded onto the horse. You have 1 more silver to spend, I think. Or no, 2 more, yeah.
Okay. 2 more. Okay. I have a water skin.
Okay.
And a torch.
And torches? Okay.
Yeah.
The torches you can fill in your sack instead, and then carry the rest on your belt. Alright, Sukers is last but not least. You have 9 silver, a little less than the others unfortunately. First thing is we have to buy you a set of lockpicks, your key, skeleton key. That costs 2 silvers, you're down to a total of 6 silvers after purchasing clothes and a key. First is I recommend a missile weapon. Which one would you like?
I'll probably take the sling.
Good choice. All right, you've got 5 silver left. And then how about the melee weapon?
I might go the knife.
Okay, saving money. And then you have 4 left. I highly recommend buying a 10-foot pole so you can detect traps.
Yeah, I'll get one of those.
Alright, and then I highly recommend purchasing tools that you can use to help be a thief. These might be grapple and hook, or pickaxe, hammer and spade, hammer and spikes, um, lots of different combinations. I would say since you're a rookie and you maybe don't know about tools, I can highly recommend hammer and spikes,
I'll take the hammer and spikes
and then a sack to carry it with.
and a sack.
Okay, perfect. It has a lot of uses. You can jam chests open, you can keep doors from closing on you, you can secure a rope, lots of things.
Yep.
Alright, the party's almost ready. The last step to choosing your characters, or creating your characters for all of you, except for the elf, he has one more step. But the rest of you, including the elf, have to choose a medieval name. Or if you're not a human, you can choose a demi-human name. That sounds like the race you've chosen. Your name is very important. It's the first title to your story, right? So make sure you pick a good one. It should be medieval themed, right? If you don't know any names, I have 3 methods I can help you with. You can get an old school name from the Holmes name generator. It's a chart. You can get it from a random medieval name list that I got, a name generator list. It's from Behind the Names, historically accurate medieval names. And the last option is, of course, you can just look up your own or pick your own. Yeah, lots of different methods, I suppose.
I'm getting mine right now. It's just
What race am I?
If you're not a demi-human, you're a man.
I don't know.
Did you pick a demi-human class? You picked fighter, right?
I picked fighter, yeah.
So you're a man. Yep.
Okay.
Unless your class says elf, dwarf, or halfling, you're a human.
Okay.
Your race is determined by your name. So if you pick a German name, you're German.
Oh, fucking, hold on. I had a name that was funny as fuck. Yeah, here it is. This one. Not one.
He did generate that name, by the way.
It was honest to God. It's been slightly edited, but most of it was generated. I can send you.
What's your name?
You want me? Do you want me to? Hold on. I'll just.
Just post it.
I'll-
As long as it's a real medieval name, then you.
I got it from the generator, man. I don't know.
It's a bit iffy though. Yeah, just pick a Germanic name.
There. It's in discussion.
Longxi.
What?
You said Longxi?
Close enough. I think that's right. I don't remember anymore.
Did you use the fantasy name part of it? That's not the historically accurate stuff.
What?
Yeah, I think you can, Bonjour. I think you should just make a new name. That's
Okay,
I know-
hold on.
yeah.
Where the fuck should I go?
I don't know. I'm trying to find one myself right now. Oh, okay, I got one. So I'm gonna go with Faust, which is Faust.
Ekin,
Faust.
what should I use?
Faust, yeah. FAU.
Yeah, like German word. Panzerfaust, like that.
Okay.
Yeah, make your names Germanic,
And then
so European.
Sugars and Bonjour.
I
Are you guys still picking, or Bonjour? Do you want Lungxi?
sure, close enough.
All right.
Good enough.
I think that's how you say it, Lungxi.
I don't know, man. That's what the generator
Yeah,
told me.
it's Lunshi. It's Lunshi, but I would drop the last name and just go with Lunshi.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
that.
you don't get a last name here. Your last name is determined by your player name.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I'll
Because
go.
if you did not already understand, oh yeah, you're new, but how it goes is any character you play naturally is similar because they have the same player, right? So therefore they're all of the same house. They're all the same clan or family, pretty much.
Yeah.
Lineage.
I
So
don't-
many of your characters you'll play,
that
you'll
just makes me think of some dumb situation where you do something repetitively. I can't think of exactly what it is. I don't know why. Hold on.
Wait, so do I just pick a name?
Yeah, just
Yep.
pick a name.
If
I'll
you can't
go
find one, I can
Wolfgang.
help you.
I'll go Wolfgang.
Wolfgang, good
Oh
choice.
my god.
Alright, the four of you are about ready. Now that
About
the three of you have created your
Yeah.
characters, Highlander needs to pick a spell, and then we have to do Squeak's prep. Hopefully that won't take
Yeah.
long. Squeak,
Where,
hopefully you're ready for me.
Yeah, I am.
Seekers or no, Highlander, you're next. We'll have to pick your spell. You have three options. You can either get two random spells, two preset spells, which will help you advance quicker in the game, but they don't do anything themselves on their own, right? If you know how to use them. And then last is you'll get to choose a spell of your choice. So those are our three methods on how you can pick your starting spells.
random spells?
So two random spells, or one of your choice, or two
Okay.
preset spells.
Okay. Oh, that's tough. Let's just go with. Let's go with choose one.
Okay. So the preset spells are read and take magic. So if you're gonna choose your own, do not pick one of those. That would not make sense naturally. So your options are 1 through 12 on the first level spell list.
Where's the spell list
This
in reference?
it can be found in BX,
how
but
the
I'm just
fuck
gonna
did it
tell you
just
which
zoom
spells you
in?
have available. So you've got Charm Person, Detect Magic, Floating Disc, Hold Portal, Light/Darkness, Magic Missile, Protection from Evil, Read Language, Read Magic, Shield, Sleep, and Ventriloquism at your choice.
Sleep. How many? That does like multiple enemies, right?
Yep, 2d8 monsters
Okay.
that can be
Okay.
put to sleep on their forehead die.
Okay. Let's go with sleep.
Good choice. One of the most powerful first level spells in the old school D&D games. Alright, so that's for Faust. Very tough and offensive spell he's got. That can clear out one combat most likely. Okay, we are to set out for the adventure very soon. Next is Baldric. Let's see. Okay, welcome back, Squig.
I'll be back in just a second. I'm here though. I just gotta. Yeah.
Alright, everyone else, thank you for your patience. Please stand by. It is now Squig's turn.
Yeah,
Let's
so
see.
did we buy food?
We did buy food, yes.
How many days we
We
got?
have torches and we have weapons. We have 30 days, or sorry, not 30 days, 30 pounds, 10 days worth. Or for
Okay.
your party, it'd be about 2 days worth.
Yeah, we should be good. Um, if we added another person, how much would it be?
Uh, 5 people and 10 days worth of food, that's 2 days still, right?
It's still
So
2 days?
10 divided by 2. Or 10 divided by 5 is 2.
Yeah, okay, so can
You
I
trying to
go?
hire someone?
Yeah, probably gonna go look for a retainer.
Okay, well, not yet then. You're just doing your personal prep.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that should be it. That's all I need.
Okay. So, if you have nothing to prepare then, we are going to enter the world, and then whether you guys want to spend extra time looking for retainers or not will be up to you, but you have a limited amount of game time naturally, so I would be wise on how much time you spend on every section of the game. Um, we are now going to enter the game, but before we do, we'll take a 5-minute break. So come back in 5 minutes, grab your drinks, use the bathroom, whatever you need to do. When you come back, the adventure will begin. I'll see you guys soon.
Yep.
Yep, so 5 minutes. Alright.
We're gonna live, man. I want to go all the way. I want to build a giant fortress. Welcome back.
Got me some cheese bread and some tomato sauce.
All right.
Hey, I wanted to ask y'all something.
Hmm.
Yeah, what's up?
Are you guys down with me going collar?
Going what?
Going one caller. Me and you gonna have to fight.
Going what?
He
Collar.
wants to be a caller. That means that basically we all discuss ideas and or what we want to do, and then he tells the DM. He kind of just like keeps control or keeps tabs on everything, and then talks to the DM or like speak to everybody.
I think it should be the guy who actually had a character before this.
Yeah. I also know the dungeon very well. I've been through it. I've been through this a lot. It's what I'm
Yeah,
familiar with.
I say he
Well,
should be. Why
yeah,
do
but
I
what
not
you
have
don't
my
know is that
name?
I'm actually a reincarnated. Like I've died like 6,000 times. So
I've actually died 6 million times, and I have 40 million power in Rise of Kingdom.
oh, nice. So I think you should be the caller then. Yeah.
No.
Nah, you can be caller, Squig. That's fine, man. Yeah, you're good.
I do have an impossible idea.
What's
An
that?
impossible idea? I'm ready. I
No,
want to hear it.
we are going to dip into dungeon level 2 a little bit though, but not enough to have an encounter.
Mm, mm.
Alright,
Mhm.
Oh, here. Yeah,
welcome
he's
back
going.
from your small
Okay. All right, Captain. If
I
you
can
say
see
so.
him writing
So if
something
Fox,
down.
if any
I,
dungeon
I,
welcome back
master
from
was
your
to
small break. Oh,
what's up?
hello, can you guys
I'm
hear
gonna
me?
die
Welcome
Yeah.
back from
instantly.
your break. We are about to set out. So, I welcome into this world of Dungeons and Dragons. Your campaign begins or continues from a village known as the village of Gevlon on the southern borderlands of the kingdom of Bretonnia. It is here adventurers set out for their fame and fortune, seeking it from dungeons near and far. And there is a ruin not far from here to the south that has been explored over the past year and a half or two. 2 years ago, roughly, that ruin, Castle Ruin Volta, to the southeast of here, was the lair of many monsters that managed to get bold enough to reach the human settled lands and began to even invade the farmlands and cause uh, quite a bit of trouble and a crisis for those settlers on the southern borderlands who had thought the land to be cleared of monsters. Adventurers, of course, were brave and brought the battle to them, fought monsters off on a campaign south along the river and to the ruin itself. They began to explore the dungeon below and clear it of its monsters. As of this year, or this current day, to this day, it's understood that dungeon level 1 is mostly cleared out, and any adventurers who dare to venture out to Zavolta should plan for a second level dungeon expedition if they want to make any profit at all. But before doing so, they should make proper preparations, such as, of course, going over the maps that have already been made for dungeon level 1 as to get through the mundane areas quicker and begin the new exploration and discovery and deeper levels, of course. Otherwise, you would be wasting your time. Now, there are other things you could do in the ruins of South or in Dungeon Level 1 still that could, of course, help the rest of the settlers or other adventurers, but those are more mundane tasks that will take longer for less reward. So, of course, you can seek out adventure elsewhere, but that's the primary campaign or the current campaign available to you from Gavelon. You can also set out on a campaign against a ruin, or not a ruin, but a cave far from here to the southeast. That is the old caverns of Nandrik, an abandoned dragon lair, supposedly, or at least it's been a dormant dragon lair over the past decade. But adventurers brave enough have ventured out for Nandrik, and those who have gone, few have actually returned. They don't speak of any dragons being found there, but they speak of other dangerous threats that still lurk in the holes of the dragon's lair. Um, Lastly, most recently, if you're interested, there's a very close by ruin that might not go as deep as Castle Zavolta's ruins. This is the old mine of Gevelon. The old mine of Gevelon supplies various metals. It is a uh, it is not your average mine. It is a mine that has great value. It goes quite deep. It's somewhat similar to Castle Zavolta, except there's no outer ruin or anything, and it's a local dungeon of Gevelon itself. The local dungeon is about 3 miles out, or um, Yeah, it's not far from Gavilan at all. It's only about 3 miles to the southwest along the coast, and rocky hills or open, rough terrain. Um, Out there, you'll be able to find the old mine and venture into it. Reasons for exploring the mine is so that if you're able to clear monsters, miners and other people associated with the mine are actually willing to pay for the heads of those monsters. Particularly, they pay well for the heads of goblins, which I believe are currently dwelling in the mine. They had to stop production in the mine because of this, right? Because monsters have decided to um, invade the mine and begin mining the copper for themselves, apparently. So there was an expedition last week that took place there, and they did pretty well. But of course, the decision will be up to you.
Alright, you guys. So you guys want to go to that mine, or do you want to check out Zavolta?
I don't know, man.
What's the other? Wasn't there something else? Like there's stuff invading the land or something like that?
That was before.
Oh, that's.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I
That
I
was
say
about two
I say
years
go to the.
ago.
Yeah, I
Monsters
think.
from this ruin were traveling north into human territories, but the humans had sent adventurers after them and took the battle to the ruins.
Okay,
So
I think.
this is the main campaign location. If you want to go and campaign
Let's
against
go. Let's
this
go
ruin, you
main
can.
campaign location. I think that's
So you guys want to
sounds
go
This
to
is
good.
expert level difficulty, and this is beginner difficulty if you want. This is normal difficulty. Cast Ruins of Volta.
I think the mines is probably gonna be safer because it's not
You
gonna
know
be
what?
dragging. Like if there's.
Honestly, we all just made our characters for the most part. Let's go for the mines. Why is it so zoomed in
You
on
said
that
that
one minifigure?
yeah
The camera does what it does. I
DM.
can't control it.
You said that the mine was the easy level dungeon.
Well, it might be easy.
Easiest.
There was a crew that went there last week. It's a basic level dungeon because it's so
Alright.
close to the village. But recently it's become
Mm.
inhabited by goblins.
Mm.
So we're going to the dungeon. I mean the
Do
mines.
we have any? Do we have any clerics with us?
Uh, no.
Nope.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go to the mine then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if we don't have
All right.
clerics, I don't want to get overrun by skeletons.
So we got a vote for the mine from one of you, Valdrick.
Yeah.
We
Oh, I
all
did
voted
forget to mention.
mines.
All
Yeah.
vote mine.
I
No
did.
Yeah,
objections. All right.
yeah.
I did forget to mention. Ekin, am I allowed to run collar if no one objects?
Uh, you guys want him to be color. So basically, for those who don't know what the color is, it's a party role you can assign to someone, and this person basically is kind of the representative or the leader of your crew. So they can speak in terms of we, and if they tell me that we do something, right? If this caller says, we go jump over a bridge and kill ourselves, then if you don't speak up,
What the?
you will do this action, right?
Dude.
So they can make actions for you.
Now I want to be a caller
It
so I can say that and make it sound
The
complicated.
Right,
That's
but of
hilarious.
course you have to speak up if you don't want to do that. So the caller is here to make the game run
That
smoother. So
sounds
like for
good.
the
That sounds
more
good.
mundane actions, right? The caller will be there. Like we go this way, we go that way, so that not everyone has to say I agree or has to say. And if not everyone has to, we don't have to like spend more time on the more mundane actions, right? The caller can just speak up for you, and then when it comes to actions that are important, you can speak up for yourself naturally. So that's the main part about having a caller, just to speed up the game a little bit for the more mundane actions,
Yeah.
or to organize discussions between your party.
No, he could be collar. That's fine.
Alright, so you guys trust Beldrick, a veteran, and a survivor of various adventures, to
You're
be your
making
caller
it
tonight.
sound like I shouldn't, but I do.
Alright, very good. So, Beldrick, the veteran, shall call for your campaign tonight.
I definitely
And
can't
there's
trust
other roles
Faust.
you can assign if you're interested. You can assign a treasurer role. Leave someone up. If you usually a lot of parties like to just discuss treasure together, but one person can potentially, if you trust this person, track the treasure and divide the treasure out themselves. So at the end of the game, they can just hand me the math and all that, and I'll just sign it later. Or you can discuss treasure at the end, of course.
I'm
So,
normal. You
but
can
this
trust me
person
with your
will,
gold pieces.
There
be
is
in charge
also
of
a
treasure.
designated mapper.
Yes, that's a more important role. The mapper, of
I got
course,
a
can
map.
navigate for your
I'm doing.
party,
Yeah, I'm doing that for
and
us.
they can, of course, help make the call for navigations and such, and it will draw and provide a party map to you guys. The caller is typically also the best mapper in the crew as well. But the caller will focus on making decisions, while the mapper will draw the map, while the caller is making decisions. If that makes sense. Mapper and caller are very vital roles.
Yeah, I got the map,
All right.
Baldric. You good? I got you.
Alright, alright, thank you.
Yeah.
Good to have a proper mapper again.
I mean, after all, I am an elf, and I'm very wise, and I know a lot of things.
Sure you do. Sure you do.
You all are encouraged to draw your own map, just like you all are encouraged to speak up for yourself, just like you all are encouraged to take up treasure for yourself, naturally, right? But one person can be a party version of it, right, and will represent. So the party, again, party mapper can make party map decisions, and if they make this decision, unless you speak up, you're following that same decision, if that makes sense, right? You're using their map, if you don't have your own map. So
I'll be posting a
if they draw a
snap.
terrible map for you and you're not paying attention, and then you get lost and their character's dead, and you pick up their map to look at it and follow it, you're lost, right?
Yeah, so,
So
if since you're
Watch your
mapping,
it's
back,
encouraged to draw
Faust.
your own map.
yeah, just stream the map.
Can I? I wanna. Okay, what were you gonna say?
Go ahead
Stream
and
the map? Oh, I can't. I
yeah.
can't do that. Yeah, I can't. I don't have
can't-
streaming. I don't have stream permission. Yeah.
Oh, Ekin, you didn't give him a role.
No, they have it. Should be able to if they want to.
Yeah, you should.
Alright, let us set out then. From the village of Gevelon, if there's nothing else to do, in the morning you'll have breakfast and you'll set out for the local ruins to the southwest. There's a mine to the southwest.
Yeah, let's go ahead and set out then.
I have to
Alright,
stay
and let me mark
on
up
my
on your
phone. I
map.
can't go to the. Anyway, I can't. I'll post screenshots. I can't stream. I mean, I could.
Okay.
I
Always
have
good.
permission, but I just can't do it because my computer doesn't have a mic on it. So
Oh, that is entirely okay then. You're fine.
yeah. Right. I'm not like a super I'm not like a very in detail map drawer, but what I do is I use paint, okay, but it's okay because I just draw like the basic outline of the rooms, which is enough for a reference, but don't expect it to be pretty. It won't be that pretty.
Why are we
Yeah, I
getting
see,
a
but,
close up
you
of
can-
your hand?
Yeah, Ekin, we're ready to head out.
We need to turn off that auto zoom or whatever it is.
No, you
It's
can't.
still zoomed
Yeah,
into
there's
the
not much I
random
can do
table.
about it.
There
Yeah, this
should
is
be a
always happen.
there should be settings on your camera.
Yeah, I've already looked into it. Unfortunately, that's just how these Japanese cameras are.
Japanese
software
cameras
is
are
kinda-
whack, bro.
I think it's kind of
Elecom,
cool, but it just
webcams.
sometimes misfire.
I mean, in at certain things, it's cool, yeah, but like, especially for things like right now, it's shitty.
Yeah, we get some funny moments though.
Yeah, we gotta zoom in on that one minifig's head.
So Faust inquires to Lunchi and asks him, "What is it you're looking for exactly in this adventure?"
Who does what to her?
Faust, my character, is asking your character what it is they're looking for. Why are you here?
I don't know, man. I just kind of showed up here.
Oh, that's a little suspicious.
Are you really gonna read into it? Like, do you really want
Yeah,
to have the manpower and time to do that?
So, Ekin, are we on travel or what?
Yeah, we're about to. I'm marking the location on your map right now.
Okay then.
Hey, Ekin, have you ever had players like turn on each other inside the inside the dungeon?
Rookie cruise, yeah.
Fair
Right.
warning.
Professional cruise.
Fuck with something I tell you not to. I may or may not shoot you in the back.
Yeah, dude. Ekin, ever since I started running my own campaign, bro, I understand. I get why.
Yeah, I
I
just
took-
don't give a fuck anymore.
Wait, Ekin, did we set the
Do what you will. If you
did
want to
we-
waste your time, go for it.
did we set the alignments of the characters like lawful, neutral, and stuff? I don't remember
We
doing
do
that.
align-
part.
That's
No, we
typically
didn't.
determined. You don't pick it. It's determined based on your actions.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Uh,
Prove it.
Okay.
Men of law
Actions
and
speak
order
louder
don't
than
leave their brothers
words.
behind. Right. Exactly.
All right.
My actions are gonna be very loud.
Yeah, just tell me when we set out. You can. You can. I hate to be impatient, but
What?
like, are we?
I have no idea. I
I
think
was
the
marking
D.
it on your map.
Oh shoot, my bad. Sorry.
Okay, what are we doing right now?
He's
We're about to set out. I was just
yeah,
marking the location on your map.
yeah. He's doing map stuff.
Map stuff.
Dang.
It really wants to zoom on. I don't know why it's so intense or so intent on zooming in on your hand.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Looks pretty good.
Okay, so from the village of Gevlon, you're setting out for the mines, which are there's an old road that takes you there, which halves the distance pretty much. So instead of it being 6 miles, it almost like it's 3 miles because you move 50% faster, as long as you're normal footmen and such. Let's see, but your guys are medium footmen, which means you travel at 12 miles per day, but at 50% faster. So you instead of 12 miles a day, that will be converted to about 16 miles a day, and therefore, again, it's only 6 miles away technically, so that should only take you about a little less than half the day to get there. So you should be able to get there and back in a single day of travel.
Yay!
So because it's not a whole day of advent or travel to the ruins, I would not make a encounter check for traveling the wilderness
Okay.
because you're only out there for a few hours. Should be a safe one.
All right.
Okay.
So what's
Well, these ruins are the ruins of a mine.
so we're at the mine now.
Okay. After a few hours of marching, as a party of four, you make your way through grassy hills and over rocky, craggy spots of the southwestern coast, and you eventually come across the only sign that you get when searching for the particular cave you're looking for, the mine entrance, which is out here in the crags. There be a few trees, very sparse out here, but among the rocks out here, you eventually find on grassy hills and such a large hill covered in grasses and small lizards as you approach. They do not stay close to you. Anytime you get near one, they quickly run off into the rocks and hide away and escape your sight. But you can see them from a distance, a safe one. Small lizards seem to live here at this mine. This mine is one of the more valuable mines of the realm. It's a
Uh,
lot. It's a great mine that a lot of the great metals come from. Naturally, the first level stores mostly metals of copper's worth. The second level of silver's worth, and it comes to ores. And the last level, the third level, the most valuable ores include gold ore and other metals associated with gold. Um, but yes, after only a few hours, you approach the entrance. So your crew walks up toward the entrance now, and you'll see the entrance is on the north side of the cave. There's nothing else out here. A small campground, the remnants of one, surrounds the entry, and that's about it. But there's nothing else. So if you're ready to enter, you can tell me your marching order, prepare torches and any weapons you want. Otherwise, you may discuss before you enter.
Okay, so we're gonna I'll choose the marching order. So it's gonna be I will lead first. Then it's going to be Wolfgang next to me, and that'll be first rank. Second rank will
Okay.
be second rank will be Lungshi and Faust.
Can I
Alright,
be
good to go.
behind Faust because I literally have 1 HP?
You want to form a third rank?
Yeah, I literally have 1 HP, so yeah, I would.
Well, you might be safer side by side with him versus being the rear guard.
Yeah.
By yourself.
I mean,
Should I go in first and like explore, and then come back?
The safest rank would be the middle rank,
whatever.
right? So
There is no middle rank. There's just 2 ranks. But, you know.
you're about to form a third rank, look. See, if you're standing behind
Never mind.
Faust,
I don't.
you're in rank
Never
3.
mind.
And rank 3 means that you'll
Yeah,
make
never
Faust
mind.
the safest rank. Oh. So you want to be in second rank?
Yeah, just forget I said anything.
Alright then. You still stand before the entrance. How would you like to enter?
We're just gonna.
Anything else you want to do before you enter?
Nope, that should be about it. So we're just gonna walk through the entrance then.
The daylight provides only about 20 feet of light into the cavern.
All right, so let's light up torches then.
Okay. Perhaps you'll equip weapons too before you go in?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I will equip my short bow.
Okay. Note it.
Yeah, I got my club out. I got my torch lit. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I got my
I'll light my
crossbow
torch
just in
now.
case.
Equip my dagger, the
Yeah.
knife.
So, I'm going to have Lungshi. Lungshi is going to be our torchbearer. We're going to try and stick together. So, we really only need one torchbearer. Yeah.
Faust already lit one.
Oh,
I just take the torch
Faust.
from him.
Yeah, Faust.
Okay.
Just give him your torch.
Okay, all right, he's got it.
Alright, noted. And then, sorry, Wolfgang, what did you say you want to equip?
Just my knife.
Okay. And then, Luxie, you just want the torch or do you want anything else out? Luxie,
Huh?
what else would you like to equip?
Just my knife.
Okay, knife and torch. Alright. At this point, your party is now entering. Your 4-man party enters the cave. There was an expedition held here last week, so hopefully this is the campaign map you received in the village based on their progress that they've made, whether it's accurate or whether there's new encounters up ahead or not for certain, and how accurate it is up to their minstrel that came with them to map. So here's the map, the campaign map. You can see they've made quite a bit of progress, not for their first adventure at least. They were the first crew to ever visit the cave full of goblins in a long time. Before this, the caves, of course, were quite familiar with, based on the fact that it was being used by the miners in the village. But ever since the miners had been driven off, and the cave was filled with goblins, no one has really visited ever since. That was about a month ago. Alright. So, before you enter, of course, you'll see that the entry is a very narrow passage that's blocked off by broken parts of wood and such. It looks like it was once barricaded, but the wood seems to have been pried and cut apart, allowing a narrow access way. Entry means one at a time, unless you want to spend more time trying to clear the entry of the wood barricade. So to squeeze in one at a time is single file into the caverns. Is there an issue with this?
Before we
No.
enter the cave, I go up, use my torch to see what we can see inside.
Alright, you observe, you explore ahead before you enter, you observe carefully. Okay, so we are observing the first 10 foot and 20 foot because the torch has 20 feet of light.
Mhm.
Besides a chest on its side, in the first 10-foot area, there's nothing else further ahead.
Okay, I'll go back to my spot.
There's a small chest in the first area, the first 10 feet, just sitting there.
I wanted to ask Squig. So if we have like one guy right now going ahead,
Uh, can we try our best? Sorry to interrupt, but refer to me from now on as a referee, or some of you have done that. That's good. But also your characters.
Mhm.
So Baldur, Wolfgang, Faust, and Luxie.
okay. Um,
Much appreciated.
so Baldric, um,
Yes.
if we're sending the torchbearer in, I mean, well, Wolfgang's the scout, right? So I just thought maybe he should have the torch as well.
I could probably take the torch and explore.
Yeah, so I would that would be true. If we could have the scout be the torchbearer, he could get his own torch, he could scout ahead, he
I
can
can just
report
hand
back
him the
to us.
torch I have, because I'm not going in there until.
Well, so I would much rather
That
him
would
just light
leave
up
you
a new
guys
one.
without light.
Yeah, I would much rather him light up a new one and go ahead with us.
Okay.
Do any of you have a spare torch?
Yep.
I
Anyone else
have
got?
10.
Yeah, go ahead and give him a torch then.
Yeah, I take a torch, light it with the torch I already have, and hand it to him.
Righty. And then I'll just explore ahead.
So
Alright, so right now we are going to be exploring into, for your party, I believe this will be, well, since you've got a map, it will be hmm, known territories. In known territories, you can explore 3 times faster, but in unknown territories, you will be exploring at a normal rate. And let's see. Yes, because we have our own campaign map so far, so you can move 3 times faster in those areas before a turn passes. The faster you can move through the dungeon, the less encounters, the less chance of death before treasure. Treasure is XP in this game, naturally. It's old school D&D. So again, you pass a torch or you light a new torch. Sorry to interrupt.
Already have one torch, so I take one from my belt, light it with the torch I already have, and hand it to Wolfgang.
Alright, good to go. These torches were lit at turn 1 pretty much.
Mhm.
Still turn 1. This is turn 0 to 1.
Ref, I just wanted to say that we have. I'm putting the map screenshots into the role play. So if anyone wants to see the map, that's where it will be.
Perfect.
Uh,
Alright, so you have your own map being drawn. So again, if you can navigate with your own map, you move 3 times faster. But in territories beyond this point, right? But in known territories to your party that you've been through before, you can move 3 times faster. And let's see, for unknown territories, if you've never been there before, you move at the normal rate. You do have a map so far, but you haven't really been through these areas yet. So I would consider this to be only uh, maybe 50% faster instead of just normal rate. But you do have an elf with you, so I'll increase it by another. I'll increase it to 2 times faster then. Yeah, 2.5. 2.5 only in this area that's already mapped. As long as you have an elf with you who can explore the underground easier. So, elves and dwarves are good at exploring the underground. Instead of its provision, we allow them to explore undergrounds faster. So, let's see. Alright, in that case, you explore at 2.5. So let me calculate your movement speed down here until we reach unknown territories. So, you've never been through here, but you have a map at least. So,
So Faust says to the party that I'm a young elf and I don't know much, but I have one magic spell, and it is to sleep. So it's really for an emergency. So just keep in mind that if we have to run, then we should. We shouldn't just be. It's okay to be brave, but to throw ourselves to death is a wasteful. So always remember we can retreat.
I agree. I would like to say something. If we if we encounter if we encounter enemies and there are more than them than there are of us, then we run. But if they
All
are
right.
at the same amount as us, then we fight.
Okay.
Alright,
Let's
so
see.
how do I like explore?
Well,
1 second. So
Ekin has to tell it. Yeah, we don't really know what's ahead yet, so we gotta
we'll
wait.
Oh
go
yeah,
with
yeah.
the highest exploration rate. So the highest. So if you have a already drawn map, then that's gonna be known territory actually. That's 3 times speed. If you have an elf, that's or dwarf, it's 2 times speed. If you have none of that, then it's 1 time speed. We'll go with the highest exploration rate, which is for now we'll stick to the fact that you have a map. So as long as you're in the map territory, you move 3 times faster. But once you go past the map territory into unknown territories, we'll rely on your elf to help navigate and explore the dungeon. And if you have a mapper with you, then you can move even faster, right? If the mapper maps uh, the territory themselves, uh, and they share the map next time, right? Then of course you can move even faster naturally. So mappers, uh, very good to have, of course, if they are mapping accurately. You can discuss your map later, right?
All right, so
Okay,
you guys
but
ready to move through then?
let's proceed.
Yep. So we're gonna go.
So you're now entering the first 10-foot area.
Mhm.
You're moving south through this 10-foot area, and south of it there's a 10-foot square intersection that goes east and south through cavernous tunnels. So you're moving through the first 10-foot area, and as you're moving in, the first thing you'll see in here is a wooden chest on its side. Do you want to go past it? Do you want to do anything about it, or something else?
Is it open?
No.
No. I'm gonna go ahead and poke it with my pole arm.
Alright. Nothing happened.
Okay, can I open it like with my pole arm? Can I can
Sure.
I
What do you mean? Like, you want to, like,
kind of
try
lift
to
open
pop the lid off?
yeah, with the
I think Baldric, I would say let Wolfgang take a look.
Take a look.
if it is a mimic, I don't want you getting
Yeah, I'll
sucked
run
into
if
its
it's
chest.
mimic.
I'll,
Alright, so do you want to continue with your action, Belgic, or do you want to step back and let Wolfgang have a look or something else?
I'm just gonna continue kind of, peeling it open.
Okay, so you're peeling it open as Wolfgang is trying to observe it.
Mhm.
Okay, and I mean, yeah, you can do that if you want. In the meantime, Lungxi and Faust, would you like to do anything?
I would like to, yeah, I would like to walk around and try to figure out how big the room is we're in. I want to know. Yeah.
Alright, as I've already described, you're in a cavernous tunnel that's about 10 foot wide and 8
Oh,
to 10 feet tall.
it's a
But you
tunnel.
can, of
Okay.
course,
All
continue
right.
to
All right.
observe for any other details. I'll let you know.
That's fine. Yeah. That's
Um,
okay. Well, then, other
other
than
than
that,
basic
I'm not.
details.
I'm just
Oh,
standing guard. That's all.
okay. You're just observing. And standing guard means you can, if you're at least paying attention in the game, you can get a listen check to listen for monsters approaching. Uh, Now we'll see. Let's see. As they're doing this, what would you like to do? Alright. Lucy's not paying attention, so he's just kind of standing idly.
Sorry, what? Sorry, I'm not used to being called
Oh.
that name.
Oh, alright, yeah. So what would you like to do as they're taking their various actions?
What's happening?
You can see they are all exploring their own areas in the same corridor that you're in. What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm just gonna hang back in case something happens.
Yeah, try to get the bearing. Yeah, try to figure out what's going on.
And because I have
I
1
see.
HP and I don't want to get murdered immediately.
Sure. Alright. You help out where you can, hopefully. For now, you're just standing there.
Yeah.
Baldric and Wolfgang. Let's see. Starting with the two of you, Baldric, you're still trying to pop up the lid as Wolfgang is trying to observe it. Wolfgang, what are you observing for? You see, it's a wooden chest so far. There is a lock. Do you have any other questions?
I'm having a look at the lock.
Alright,
Or can I
what
have
do
a
you
look
want? Do you
again?
want to do a detect traps on there, or?
Tech traps, yeah.
Okay. So, particularly, you observe the lock from a safe distance. You're trying to identify if there's a trap there, but it's hard to really observe it when Baldric is in the way, trying to pop the lid off. So you can't really observe it until Baldric stops moving it around.
Yeah. Baldric.
Baldric, how long do you want to keep moving it around? Do you want to keep trying to move it around till it opens, or?
No, I'll stop and let him get a look at it.
Alright, and moving the chest around with the polearm made noise. Here's a wandering monster check. Alright,
Bro.
nothing approaches yet. Okay, Wolfgang, do you want to begin observing?
I'll begin observing.
Okay. And Faust is listening for wandering monsters. And so how that will work is if there is an encounter, Faust has a chance to listen and hear them before they can surprise us. So, we get too close, right? You can hear them from a further distance. Alright. Let's see. So, Wolfgang begins his attempt to observe for traps. He has a standard d6 check and his detect traps from his thieving skill. Alright. After a turn passes, what's your wisdom?
My wisdom is 10.
You have detected no traps in the lock from a safe distance of around 5 feet. Whether it's trapped or not, you can rely on your ability, or you can, it's up to you. But so far you have not detected any traps on there.
I'll attempt to open the lock.
Okay. How would you like to open it? With your skeleton key or something else?
Do I have any lockpicks?
Yep, your skeleton key comes with lockpicks. That's your thieves' tools.
Yeah, but I'll use my skeleton key.
Alright, so you get to work, and this will take another turn. So if you're all alright with it, he begins to lockpick the chest. Any objections to this? This will take another turn.
Nope.
Right now it's currently turn 2 to 3.
No,
I
I'm
have to
just
check for one of
gonna
the
keep
monsters from
watch.
turn 2 to 3. Alright, so Lucy is keeping watch. Faust, do you want to take any other actions here?
I'm standing guard.
Okay. Baldric?
Yeah, I'm gonna take out my bow and just kind of keep it aimed at the chest.
It's already equipped. Okay, you aim at the chest in particular. Well, the other two, watch out for what might lie ahead. Alright then. So another turn will go by, and as this turn is going by, I make a wandering monster check since it's turns 2 to 3. Okay. Nothing approaches, it appears. And then lock picking check. Right. And alright. Let's see. As you're working with the lock and trying to get it in there, you do hear a click, and the lid does pop open. And immediately after it pops open, you're sprayed by let's see how many are in there.
Oh, dang.
Oh, damn it.
3 spitting
So good.
cobras spit at you
Oh,
with
shit.
poison. They all make their attacks. I'll say that you get as soon as you popped it open, they snake out and spit at you. There's going to be an initiative check, or we'll do a surprise check. If you're surprised, you cannot take an action. If you're not surprised, then of course you have a chance to have a higher initiative and back away before they can spray you.
Yeah.
But first we'll check surprise to see if either side is surprised. The snakes could also be surprised as you opened it. not sure when you were about to open it. So here's the snakes. They're not surprised. On a 2 in 6 chance, you're surprised. So 1 and 2, you're surprised. Alright, both sides are not surprised. Now we're going to check initiative. What's your dexterity?
Who?
My dexterity is
Yes,
14.
Wolfgang. +1 bonus. You have 3 initiative. They have 1 initiative. So although neither side was surprised and ready to act, you were faster than them. And as soon as they were about to take their action, what would be your action? To stay around longer and attack them, or something else?
Dodge.
Alright. So dodge means you want to get back, or do you want to stay there and just try to duck?
I reckon I'll get back if that's fine with
Alright.
Baldric.
Yeah.
So you step out of their range, you're falling back.
Yeah.
In which direction do you retreat?
Which ways are there to retreat?
If you pick the wrong direction, naturally, you will not be able to get back far enough. So if you have a map, you have only seconds to decide, but hopefully you can see this map, kind of figure out where you're standing. You have 10 seconds to decide which direction you want to back up. And there's 2 that are wrong. If you pick the wrong direction, you're still within their range to spray.
Ah,
I
the
reckon I'll
hand
just
zoom.
I reckon
North,
I'll just duck
south,
instead.
east, or west?
I'll just
Duck.
duck instead.
Okay, you just get down. Okay, so because you dive down to the floor instead, the snakes will spit at you, but the poison just gets all over your body, and it just it smokes up a bit, but doesn't really do much else, right? You're not looking at them, they're not looking at you. You're on the floor, and as they're snaking out, those closest can immediately take action. And the one that was closest of them all was Baldric, ready with his pole arm to swing on it,
I
right?
said I
As
said
soon
I
as
was
the chest
ready with
opened,
my
you could.
with my bow. I had my
Oh, your
approaching
bow.
knife.
Sorry. You
Uh,
took a shot at one of the 3 snakes that were in the chest. Then.
Wait, Ekin, am I allowed to like interject and make a vocal command, like not an action, but like say something to the party?
Sure. Yeah, you are on
Okay,
guard.
yeah.
So as
Well,
Baldric is opening fire, what are you yelling?
Faust
Or
says,
saying?
"Shut the damn thing."
And then Lunshi, as Faust yells and Baldric shoots a bow and arrow, what would you do?
Since I have a torch and knife equipped, I would throw my knife at the most dangerous snake of them all, which is most.
Okay. There's 3 of them, so you try to throw at the biggest of the 3.
Or whichever one's
But
closer,
first,
which could cause more danger.
okay, right. So then they're all in the chest still, snaking their heads out. Baldric took a shot, and we'll see if he hit or not.
Come on,
Close
baby.
range bonus, you can see 7 + 1, 8.
Oh, my dex.
What's your dex?
My dexterity is.
my-
No, Baldric.
Hold on.
No,
No
Baldric,
change.
not you, Luxie.
Yeah, no change.
Okay. Alright, now it's right after the shot. Then it was, we saw Faust yelling for someone to shut the chest. We saw Lunsi throwing his knife into the chest at the monsters, of course. Let's see if he hits or not. +1 bonus with the knife being thrown. 19
Ooh.
+ 1 is a hit.
Let's go.
Ooh,
The knife thrown deals only 1 damage.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
it's.
Let's see if you killed it.
Let's
These are
see.
snakes. I mean,
Yeah, those snakes, they're not exactly known for their strength.
Alright, you threw at a pretty big snake. It merely bounced off the snake's scales, but it definitely bruised it, perhaps, right? It definitely hit it pretty hard and stiff.
God damn
So
it.
it smashed one of the snakes, but bounced off its scales. Let's see.
That's upsetting.
am I wrong, or did you just roll an 8 for that strength's health? Did you just roll a 1d8 for that?
Alright. Yes, sir. Okay, so now it's right after you've taken your first actions, we're going into the second round. You see the snakes are about to start butting at Wolfgang, who lies beneath them, as they snake their way out. Lungsi, actually we'll start with those closest. So Wolfgang is first then, to the action, right? So Wolfgang, you just ducked, right? You're on the floor, you dodged their spray.
I
The
have
acid
my
is on you, but it doesn't really do much, is it? Because you have clothing on, right? And armor, perhaps. Let's see. What would you like to do from there?
do I have my dagger equipped? I mean my knife.
You had your knife equipped. Would you like to get up and start stabbing or something else?
Yeah, could I go for a stab?
Are you sure? It's quite dangerous.
AKA, he doesn't recommend it.
Alright. He begins to try to stab at them. Um, and then, in the meantime, as he's trying to stab at them, Baldric, would you like to take another shot?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take another shot with my short bow.
Okay, and then Faust, right after you gave your command, see no one trying to shot it, I would say that you were able to approach it and try to shot it yourself.
But
Would you like that?
I want to ask Deacon, are the snakes in the chest still?
They're half out of the chest,
Half out. Okay.
making up to
Um,
Wolfgang.
All right. So I'm gonna leap onto the chest and shut it.
Crush them,
Yeah.
yeah. Alright.
But I'm gonna make a strength attempt because I have high strength, so I'd like to try to smash them with the lid. Yeah.
Alright. You try to be strong about it. Okay, and then Lungxi, let's see. On the other hand, you just threw your knife at one of them.
Yeah.
What would be your next or your follow-up action?
I would take my crossbow out and load it with the quarrel.
Okay, this means you have to drop the torch. Is that fine?
Honestly, yeah.
Alright, torch falls to the ground. Lighting gets dimmer. In dim lighting, we find out a -1 penalty. So our torchbearers are Lungxi and Wolfgang. Both torches are on the floor, so you all have a -1 penalty against these monsters unless you're up and close and
That'll
personal
be
with them.
fine.
Dog.
But torches are dim, except for actually the one that's right beneath, right beside Wolfgang. That one's still burning pretty bright on the floor next to the monsters, and the monsters are pretty close to that torch, so you can still see the monsters pretty well actually, thanks to Wolfgang being so close with his torch. Let's see. Lungxi, of course, is getting his crossbow out and starting to load it. It was already hanging on his shoulder, right by a sling, and he's kind of just getting his quarrel out and starting to pull back. He spends this round he spends this round equipping both items, the quarrel and the crossbow. Next round he will have to he will reload it, and then the third round he will get to shoot it. So it's a little harder to prepare a crossbow versus a bow naturally. Let's see. Next is gonna be okay. So now we've all declared our actions. So now we're gonna see what actually happens, starting with any melee. So I think that's the first attempt, or it's the movement. So we see the movement. We see before the monsters can really get a bite onto Wolfgang, we saw Faust take a leap, right, and try to slam that chest shut. So Faust, as you jump over and try to slam it shut, the monsters see you leaping over, and some will actually try to bite at you. So we're gonna make an initiative check between you and the monsters to see if you are to jump over them before they had a chance to even bite you as you approached. So here's your initiative, here's theirs. What's your dexterity?
It's 5. Oh damn, I'm screwed.
-2.
Oh, I'm screwed.
Alright, even with the -2, it's 2 versus 1. So although you're a bit clumsy and slower than the others, there was enough time for you to actually leap when they were distracted with Wolfgang and slam your body on the chest, and you try to of course force it closed, so you'll do a force check. What's your strength?
15. 16,
So
sorry,
you get a
16.
+1 today, so
Yeah, 16.
a 3 in 6 chance to force it shut, which would basically crush them, right?
Wait, isn't it +2? 16 strength?
Oh, 16 strength?
Yeah.
That's a +2.
Okay, alright.
So,
Oh,
failed
wow.
still. Alright, you
Oh,
managed to start to
shit.
close it, but it doesn't slam shut. You just close it on them, but it doesn't close right away. So, you haven't chopped them in two or anything like that, but they do get hurt from it. And I will say that they will take each 1 point of damage from the crushing blow of you slamming a chest on them, so, or the lid of a chest onto them.
Yeah.
Let's see. So you jumped over there. The lid was open, right? So you jumped over, got to the lid and just threw it over them, right? And then you're about to crush it, right? But the lid wasn't like on them still, so you couldn't just jump straight onto the lid and crush them naturally. You had to actually flip the lid on them first, which you just did, and then sit on it or crush them under it. But you've only been able to crush them for 1 damage each, which could kill some of them. Let me see if it does. And actually, you're strong, so we'll say this is considered an unarmed attempt to attack them, and it's automatic attack since they're, I would say it's automatic hit since they're all like being hit by the chest, right? As you close it, they can't really dodge that. There's no way to. So therefore, it's automatic hit for automatic damage of a total of 1 plus your strength total. So 3 damage each instead of 1, because that's how much damage you deal without a weapon. Okay, so 6 is one of them, and 2 is another. 1 is crushed by your weight and split in 2 almost, and the other 2 are still hanging in there but barely. You just dealt 3 to the one that was injured earlier, and you dealt 3 to the one that was still fresh. So there's only 2 of the 3 remaining while 1 is crushed under the lid, and you can continue crushing them in the following rounds. But as soon as you made your way over to crush them, 1 tried to bite at Wolfgang as Wolfgang tried to thrust his knife at it. There's gonna be an initiative check between him and that one snake. Okay, that first strike can mean the difference. So Wolfgang, here's your initiative attempt. Okay,
The
you
zoom
won.
was actually
So you got
perfect on that one.
a stab at it with your knife, and that was 10. What's your strength?
My strength is 12.
Plus 0, you missed. The snake attempts to attack you. 10, and has a plus 0 bonus. Your armor class is 9, and what's your dexterity?
14.
14. You have an armor class of 8. So it barely missed you. By 1 point it
wow.
missed you.
Great.
Just because you're a little faster than the others, you got away without being bit.
Fair
And
enough.
now the attack between there's one still attacking, which is the one that's still alive. It's one that's gonna attack naturally Faust, who is sitting on the lid, right, or on top of the lid, being crushed by Faust. He tries to spin his head around and bite Faust, counter
Oh,
attack him.
you bitch.
18.
Roll.
Right. And
You
then
venomous
the snake
bitch.
deals 1d3 damage, 1 damage. So how many hit points do you have, Faust?
200. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, 5.
2?
I've got 5. Yeah.
5?
Yeah.
Alright, so you have 4 of 5. And you're gonna make a saving throw versus poison. Or die. Let's see.
Can I ask it not to bite me? No, I'm kidding. All right, let's go.
Charisma check.
Here's your saving throw versus poison. See if you're not poisoned or not. And you are wearing clothes, so I would say it's an automatic failure if you were not wearing clothes. But since you have clothes on, you get a saving throw. So potentially, his clothes might have been thick enough to protect you.
Squig, I'm trying to be able to hear.
17.
Oh, damn.
Good job for wearing clothes. Your clothes protected you from the snake's
Woo,
deadly venom.
that was close.
The fangs did not penetrate.
Indeed.
Oh, that was very close.
Let's see. That was a close call there. Snake is hanging on your shirt now with its fangs stuck in you. And it's about to try to crush its fangs deeper, but you have a chance to maybe pull it off and crush it in the following rounds. This round we also saw the character Longxi. He managed to get his crossbow out, pull a quarrel and lay it onto his crossbow. In the following round he'll be loading it, and then following round after that one he might be able to take a
no,
shot.
you said that last round. You said I would be reloading.
This is the same round. This is round 2. Yeah.
Okay.
So round 2 said you had to equip the weapon first, right? And then you have to get a quarrel out.
Please no one shoot
So-
the snake. It's literally latched onto me.
Every round is 10 seconds of intense action, right? Let's see. So then we're gonna go into missile combat, which is Baldric's phase, and then that should be the end of the round, of round 2. So right now we're still in round 2. Baldric, you took aim. Missiles happen a little later, right? And just see if the shot hit or not. Did you go for the one trying to kill Faust or the one trying to kill Wolfgang?
The one that's not hanging out of his. The one that's. I believe that's the one that's after Faust.
Okay. And you missed again. Another arrow
What about my
misses,
second
and
attack?
because they're so close, you're firing into a melee right now. So now there's a chance to hit Faust instead.
Oh, well, damn.
And you missed them both, fortunately. The arrow
Okay.
whizzes past them both.
What about my my
Alright.
second attack?
Here's your second attack. Good call.
I forgot about last round.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you just gotta make a call for it. Second attack is a hit. So
Yeah.
that one deals 1d6. So you fired a total of 3 shots so far. Total. Baldric minus 3 arrows. 5 damage. Kill.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the one that was hanging on to Faust. So Faust is this one is clinging onto you from the chest, right? Suddenly an arrow goes right through its back, splitting it in two.
Wait, did Baldric shoot like the arrow like at my direction? He like shot the snake.
Yes, both shots came toward you,
Oh my god.
but hit the snake, right? So he could have hit you if he missed a snake.
Oh,
Naturally,
that's great. Thanks, Baldric.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Baldric.
it was a sacrifice he was willing to make to kill some snake.
Yikes.
I apologize.
Hey, Baldric.
Baldric,
Alright.
I'm starting to question your
missed.
alignment.
2 shots and made 1 hit.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Then there's one left, and we probably will deal with it in this third round of combat. So for the third round, we'll explain the actions. Longseat, at this point, I see you reloading that crossbow this round, and fighters actually reload faster than any other characters. So crossmen who are fighters actually can reload and shoot in the same round.
Might not be
So
necessary.
you're actually able to shoot this round because you're a fighter. They reload a lot faster than normal combatants, right, or any other combatant in the game. So you can reload and shoot in the same round as long as you're not moving. And then Faust, you're gonna be able to try to crush it again under the lid. And then, do you want to continue that or something else? Faust. Elf veteran Faust.
Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get away from it. Like I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
back.
release it?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you back off?
Yeah.
Alright, and then Wolfgang, you're still in melee with one of them. Do you want to continue this melee? Very intense melee here. Knife
Yeah,
versus fangs.
I'll go for another melee.
Alright, and Baldric, you want to take another shot?
If I miss, will I hit him?
Yes, you're in melee.
I'll swap to my polearm.
Alright, so you're driving that bow, you're unslinging that polearm. That's going to be your action for this round. So
Well,
for
what
this
about
round, we'll
my-
start with any movement.
Don't I get a second action?
We saw. You
Okay.
get 2 attacks. If you attack, you don't get 2 actions, you get 2 attacks.
Ah.
Alright. You get 1 action, but if you choose to attack, you attack at twice the rate, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so for this round, we'll start with movement. So we see the character Wolfgang. We see that you continue that melee, but for movement, we saw Faust hop off the chest. We saw Lonshi still loading that crossbow and about to open fire during the missile phase. Baldric about to do the same. And before melee can happen, it's missiles, I believe. Let me just double check the reference for the combat sequence. If you guys want to follow along, I'll post the combat sequence in the roleplay channel.
As a verbal command, I yell at whoever has a snake on his shirt to hold still.
Okay, no one has a snake on them yet.
Oh, really? I
Okay,
thought there
good.
was like
Yeah,
a snake.
no, he killed it. Baldric shot at it and killed it. The
Oh,
one that
shit,
was
my
on
bad,
me.
My bad.
Yeah.
There's one still in the chest trying to kill Wolfgang, but Wolfgang easily dodged, or not easily, but barely dodged it last round and thrust his knife at it, and he's about to do it again. You can see it starts with morale, then movement, then melee, so he's about to stab at it again right now. We're going to see if he's faster than the snake once more with another initiative check. This is friendly, this is enemy. He has a +1 bonus.
Oh,
He wins.
shit.
Has a chance to kill it before the snake has a chance to kill him. Does he kill it or not? Hit!
Ooh,
And use the knife. A knife deals, in our game, 1d3 damage. Let's see if he hits it or, kills it or not.
I hope so.
1 damage.
Ah.
Not enough.
Damn.
Sliced it. Got a good slice in there.
So it's stuck in the chest, right?
Still in the chest, but the chest lid had weight on it
Yeah,
at first, but no longer.
Okay.
So now it snakes out of the chest with the rest of its movement. So now it's fully out of the chest, and it's biting at Baldric right now.
It's biting
We'll see
at
if
me.
it bites him or not.
Bro, at least it's not you're charging at me.
I didn't. I thought. Why is it? I thought I was a little bit farther away.
Alright. Oh, not Baldric, sorry, Wolfgang.
Yeah. I
Sorry.
was about to say.
Yeah, Wolfgang is on the one on the ground with it. 14 to hit. That is a hit against Wolfgang. He only has armor class 8. So here's the end of Wolfgang, potentially. Here's the damage
Hope
roll.
not.
2 damage. Wolfgang, how many hit
Oh.
points do you have?
5.
Oh, you're a lucky one. Very tough thief here. You already have 5 hit points. He took enough damage just now to kill the average man. This snake leaps up, bites him right in the neck. Saving throw versus poison. Hopefully
Oh,
his clothing
dang.
protected him.
Uh,
Or
No.
around the neck area. Maybe it
Alright,
didn't bite
let's
his
see.
neck. We'll see the saving throw first.
Come on.
11 for the saving throw. What's your wisdom?
my wisdom is 10.
Oh no.
It sunk its fangs in your neck,
God damn it.
and the venom is pouring through your veins now
Bye,
as it clings
Wolfgang.
to your neck.
Wait,
And
wait. Isn't it a
it's-
Constitution roll for his poison resistance?
it's wisdom for saving throws. All saving throws here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And old school D&D, that's a house rule we've got. But in old school D&D, you don't actually get any bonuses from Constitution.
So he's
Poison.
just dead.
So, but we do allow wisdom to affect all saving throws. Typically, wisdom only affects spells, but we allow it to affect all saving throws. And now he's poisoned. Unless you have venom or an antivenom,
No,
then you can't save him most
We
likely.
didn't buy that.
But
No.
as it's hanging on him, he's not dead yet, but he will be dead soon. He's still at whatever hit points he was at, which is 3 of 5, but he's poisoned.
Yeah.
So in whatever duration it takes, he will be dead, right? It depends on how potent this venom was. As it's hanging onto his neck, about to maybe release itself and go for another target, someone else can try to kill it. In the meantime, this would be, of course, Baldric opening fire, and Luxie. So Luxie and Baldric get their first shots on him. Luxie goes a little last because he was still reloading, but he's gonna shoot in the second phase of his attack because he attacks twice the rate and reloads, just as fast because that's considered part of your attack. Baldric, on the other hand, got a shot off real quick with his short bow. Hits and deals 6 damage. Before any further actions could be taken, he already shot it dead, right?
Alright, cool.
So at least the crossbow's loaded for an extra, at least the crossbow's ready for
Yeah,
another
I'm gonna
combat
keep
in
it
case
ready.
there's yeah. But if you do keep it ready, there's a curl in it, right? So therefore, you cannot stow it away. If you stow it away and take the coral off, you have all that energy stowed up, and if you fire it without an arrow there, then it could, of
Dry
course,
fire could damage it.
yeah, the bow.
Okay, what can I hold the bow in one hand and torch in another?
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, okay, then
And then you can just drop the torch and use it in 2 hands whenever
yeah,
you're
then
ready
I
to fire.
pick up the torch while I'm keeping the bow in the other hand.
Gotta go. So with the end of the combat here, we already see our first casualty. You guys come to see your brother as he kind of sits upright, holds the wound, and there's so much pain in you right now, Faust. You're getting dizzy. There's a burning sensation in your throat. You can barely breathe. What do you want to do? Or no, Faust, sorry. Wolfgang. Mixed the names again.
Can
My
someone
bad.
suck the poison out?
Strike 2.
Oh yeah, again, then we lose 2 people.
What choices do I have?
Suicide?
Does
Quick and easy
Baldric?
death or painful poison death?
I asked Baldric if his horse could get him back to town fast enough to find an antidote.
Hmm,
No.
possibly. I think that I might be able
It's-
to get him back to town.
It's 3 miles over over that terrain. I don't know.
Points.
Oh, it's
The
three.
poison kills him in
points is the
1d10
poison.
in 1d10 turns. So let's see how long before it kills him. Actually, I won't tell you how long, but
Okay.
1d10 turns is a pretty good chance, right? So
Okay.
at the worst, it will be 10 minutes and he's dead. At the best, you have 100 and or you have 80 minutes before he dies, right?
80
Or
minutes,
10
like
times
in
6.
game time,
100
which is
100 minutes
100. So
in
what's
game time.
so how
yeah.
many hundred? So how many days is that? Or like 100 minutes? Oh no, that's
How
like
fast you can travel on your
yeah,
horse?
yeah. Like let's say at a best
if he
case
goes
scenario.
on its own back to town, his horse can travel at the rate of 12 miles per hour,
And 100
So,
minutes is more
and-
than an hour, so we should be good.
Shit.
or not 12
Um,
miles per hour. I think it's gonna be the horse, if it's not like overburdened, normal rate of movement, should be able to travel. Let me double check. The horse movement.
Hey,
per
you
minute.
want me?
You know what,
I think
we're not gonna discuss this anymore. It's worth the risk.
Okay, but just to make sure, You have a normal horse or a riding horse? Which kind of horse do you
Which
got?
one's faster?
Uh, let me check. I
No,
have
he
a
doesn't have a choice. He has a
I have a
certain
round
kind. Oh, that's a normal horse. Okay, draft horse. It means it can only travel at the rate of uh at the rate of 18 miles a day. So that means in an hour it will travel 18 divided by 8. Let's see, 18 miles divided by 8 hours. It can travel 2.25 miles per hour, or in one turn, divide that by 6.
Oh, that's not
It'll
gonna be
travel
enough.
It's not.
0.37 miles per turn.
It's not
Well,
gonna
what
be
if- what
And
if-
you
fast
need it.
enough.
You're 3
Well,
miles away, so
Well, you can
I
kill a
can
horse.
make that.
You can actually drive a horse to where like you can actually kick it
you
and
can
make
force march it
Yeah,
and
force
make it go
march it.
faster.
Yeah,
It might kill the horse.
Yeah,
The horse
It will
might
take
die.
a
gonna-
day to recover at the very
Yeah.
least, right?
So what I'm gonna
But
do
you might save
is
a life if you force it to
I'm
go as
going
fast as it can.
Wolfgang's the one who's injured, right? Out there,
Yeah,
right?
he's
Yeah.
dying.
Yeah, so Baldric, you have to make immediate action. You drag him out of here, throw him on your horse, and everyone's like helping you do this, right? Helping drag him
Yeah,
out, load him on
yeah,
your
yeah.
horse. You've got only seconds to, or not seconds, but every second matters that you could be using to travel, right? So they load him onto your horse for you, so you don't take any longer than you should. And basically, if you force march your horse, you move 50% faster, right? So therefore, instead of 18 miles a day, it turns into 18 times 1.5, which becomes 27 miles a day, which is 27 divided by 8, means that's 3.3 miles and 3.37 miles an hour, or in other words, that's zero point 0.5 miles every turn. So 0.56 miles every turn, and you need 3 miles to get there. And so
But-
therefore, if he doesn't die within the hour, you can save him. Again, the chances of him survive, or the time it takes for him to die, I shall show you now as you're riding. So now you're riding out, but it's again 1d10 turns. So there needs to be at least a 6 on this roll for him to survive, right?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. That
Let's
looks like
go,
a
dude.
huge-
Let's go.
Chances are pretty
Come
low.
on.
So if it's lower than 6, he dies on the way there naturally, right? Because the poison
Yeah.
killed him earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. This is our best bet to save your brother Wolfgang.
Let's
And
go.
Wolfgang, if you survive
Wolfgang.
this, you have a story to tell. You survived the poison attack. As the other two can kind of stay back at the mine, or they can begin their march home on foot after you guys.
We'll figure
But
it
before
out.
you guys leave, I would say while they were leaving, Faust and Luxie, if you want, you can go back into the cave, grab the snakes, so you can sell them in town for money.
Might as well.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if he survives or not. Ready?
Wolfgang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1.
God damn
10.
it.
Oh,
Let him
damn.
go.
Damn.
He
Oh,
just dies
son of a
immediately.
You got
bitch.
into
He
town.
just dies
You got saved.
immediately.
That's the best roll you can get.
Oh wait. Oh,
So-
I thought it meant
Hey, wait,
0
that's
as
a
in.
victory?
Oh shit, that
That's
was
a
a
10 on
10.
a D10.
Oh,
But I
bro.
want
Yeah.
live.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh my
Yeah. I thought.
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus
We
Christ,
up,
that's
we up.
amazing.
Wolfgang lives. It just
Look,
costs a little
look,
money
this
for
one.
antidote.
I'll
So
pay. I'll pay.
I'll tell you the price of antidote, and you can pay it
Hey,
back another
nah,
time.
steal that shit, man. Just grab it and drink it,
See.
and then fucking they can put you in jail, but you
You run
live.
into one of the herbalist shops in the village, and you're like, please, please, my friend is dying, right?
Very,
And they,
very
they
urgent,
bring
you
you
know.
the antivenom, and it costs 3 silvers that you have to pay after they tend to his wound.
I will pay.
But yes, antivenoms are very effective. It's like charcoal mixed with the venom, mixed with some other things, right? So
So did the horse
Alright.
live too, or did it like? I didn't know if they die if you force march it or something.
no, it don't die.
Oh,
Unless you
okay.
force march it after you force march it, then it
No.
might
Oh,
die.
so you're
But
saying
it
it
needs
just has to rest? Okay, got it. All right.
A day of rest, yeah.
Okay.
Force marching requires a day of rest for anyone who force march. If you force march on foot, you can die if you keep force marching your party without rest. But
Okay.
as long as you rest for a day, you're fine. So, full 24-hour rest period. Okay, so therefore, now that your wound was tended to, you're still at 3 of 5 hit points because it didn't affect your hit points. It was just a poison, right? But you wake up, or you soon feel the great pain seize up, and your breathing returns to normal, and everything is fine. Fortunately, you get to live to tell the tale of the time you almost was killed and poisoned to death, right?
Bit in the neck.
Right. so survived poison. A few hours later, of course, or not a few hours, yeah, a few hours later, the other two would march back into the village, find you at the alchemist store, just waiting there outside for the rest of the crew. Or what's your guys' normal meeting location? That would make more sense. You guys would probably
Tavern.
meet at the tavern. Yeah. So that's where you met the first time. So when Faust and Loxi gets back to the village, they immediately visit the tavern in search of their their the other half of their party, right? And fortunately, maybe they're sharing a drink already. It depends on how much you're willing to spend. We've already spent 3 of your silvers on the antivenom, which is pretty expensive. There's 30 weeks worth of wage right there.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Baldric, you're sitting at. Let's see how much money you've got left. You just spent 3. Gotta find your sheet.
I have I
Where are
think
you?
I had 10.5, I believe.
You had 11.5, unless you spent one for this adventure, which I don't think you did.
Nope. Yeah, so 11.5, yeah.
So you're at -3. You're at 8.5 now. Did you want to buy food and drink for your crew to enjoy after this adventure?
Uh, did we
It's 1
still meet?
silver.
Did they end up grabbing the snake carcasses?
Yes,
Yeah, we
they did
did.
grab
We did.
snakes. You can sell them
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yeah, sure. As long as y'all pay me back.
All right.
Bro, what do you mean
So
pay you
you
back? You're the one buying us food.
Yeah, man.
7.5 silver pieces. Uh, in the morning after the meals and such, you guys can go out into the markets and try to sell off the snakes.
We do exactly. Actually, hold on. Do we also get the venom from them separately?
Uh, the venom is part of the snake. If you want the full price, you have to sell this full snake, right?
Let's go back to the shop that had the anti-venom. We might be able to sell them so they
Yeah,
can
I
make
was thinking
even.
that too. Yeah, use the venom to make anti-venom.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
All right. So you visit the herbalist store and you try to sell the snakes to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Would you like to haggle or get the best price?
Get the best price. Wait,
Yeah,
aren't those
best
both
price.
the same thing?
Or not the best price, the standard price.
Yeah.
So if you get a set
Nope.
price, you cannot haggle, right?
Yeah, standard
But it's a
price.
fair price. If you haggle, it'll start low and you have to try to get it up.
That's still
Yeah,
standard.
standard price. We're gonna go with standard price.
All right. In that case, you receive let's see, 13 silver for each snake.
Ooh.
Not a bad run. That's the snake full.
Not bad.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah.
So 3 snakes looted.
So Squig, you can have one of those because you buy a lot of things.
Uh,
Apparently.
13 times 3 is 39 silver so far. Do we want to split the treasure now or continue campaigning?
Hey,
Let's
Wolfgang.
split it
later
later
if
if you guys
I
have
wanna-
Split it up. We have like
Uh,
we only have like 40 minutes left, so I say we just split it up now and
Yeah.
Yeah, I
kinda
tell
wanna
Wolf-
do it
I-
anyway.
Faust says to Wolfgang, you should keep one of the teeth and make a necklace.
See, the problem is we already gave his name to the herbalist.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I get that. I don't know. I'm saying if he wants to, I
Keep in
think you should
mind, you still
retract.
haven't
Next
looted
time,
the chest
next
that you opened, right? In such a rush, you did not get to explore the contents of the chest.
Yeah.
We didn't. Ooh, good idea.
Somebody's
Should
gonna
go back
steal
and
all our
explore.
shit, basically.
Let's so yeah, let's
Yeah, another
divvy it up.
crew gets to go there and they'll see an open chest, right?
Oh, that's great.
Hey,
They
I
get to
will
loot our hard work.
Yeah.
I will go back there. I can ride back there pretty fast, I believe.
Hey,
You wanna go by yourself?
No, if I want to go back
Uh,
and loot that
oh,
chest,
too bad.
it could be worth it.
I wanna hop off. I wanna go do something else.
It'll be super quick
You
though.
guys can go over there. I really don't care.
Alright, no worries. If you wanna hop off early, that's
Yep.
fine.
Yeah.
Since you guys are already kind of thinking about ending
No,
it.
I'll go
You're
with
in
I'll
town,
go
so
with
this is a good
Squig
place to
because
end.
I've got my sleep spell, so I think we shouldn't encounter anything.
Yeah, Wolfgang
So,
almost fucking died. I think maybe he should chill for a bit.
Yeah, Wolfgang can stay. You're leaving. I think me and Baldric should go, and I think we'll
Wolfgang
make it
can
because
go again if he wants. A few days after rest. Well, we still want to do a day of rest at least to heal the horse and heal your hit points.
Yeah.
Let's go
Let's
do
see.
it. Let's just take
Yeah,
a
yeah. Hey,
One day
Squig,
of rest.
yeah, one day.
All right. So then, a day of rest if you want to not
Wait,
use
can I
food
can
from
I
your current food
interrupt?
supply.
Can I
Oh,
interrupt?
go
I
ahead.
want to tell Baldric. I think we should just walk now on foot, and however long it takes, because if we rest, I feel like there's looters that are gonna go and take our hard work, steal from the chest from.
Um, well, I'm heavy footman. I'm way too chunky for that. I believe I
Well,
weigh.
okay,
You'll
yeah,
probably
okay.
be faster on horse anyway.
Well,
By the way, you can ride your horse. You just can't force
Yeah, I
ride.
could still. Yeah, I could still ride my horse, right, Deacon?
It needs a day of rest after a forest march.
But
So
you,
to ride a horse in this condition, it
okay,
could
you
kill
know
it.
what? I changed my mind.
Okay,
Like the fact
I'm
that
going to wait.
Wolfgang survived, we're already lucky. So I'll
Hold
just
on.
leave it at that. If somebody,
Faust,
okay, look, if someone, that's fine. If someone
You're gonna
loots
sell
it or
with
whatever.
39 silvers?
hold
I'll
on,
tell you,
hold
the
on,
last
hold on,
expedition that went out
hold
last week
hold
got a
on one second.
hoard of 6,400. Was it? Yeah, 6,400 coppers is what they came out with,
Yeah,
compared to your
that chest.
39. So if
What?
you want to be competitive,
Trust me,
nah,
that
I'm
chest.
gonna go
man.
deeper.
I'm gonna
That
hop.
chest is going to
39,
swole.
39 is not a bad deal, but it's kind of chump change,
I'm
you
gonna
know.
hop
Yeah.
on.
It's not at all a bad
Faust,
run though, because
Technically,
the average
it's a
peasant,
profit of
Faust,
36.
hold on.
yeah.
Can I please say something? Faust, do you want me to just walk that?
Well, I think we should. Like, I was gonna go by myself, but it's just, I don't know, it's just not working, and I just feel like someone's gonna steal it. I mean,
Yeah, let's go.
I think we should walk, but that's just me. Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's walk.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna take the rest. Okay, before we continue, we'll go take a small break and we're gonna release your other player. Oh, he already left. Alright, cool. So then, and then Wolfgang, do you want to go with him?
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Gotta
You
go.
should
The more the
stay.
better.
But
Nothing
okay,
bad,
it's fine.
probably.
He's fine.
I'll
He's at
probably
Hey,
have
3
a
hit
rest
points.
anyway. Anyway.
So he's fine.
okay,
Yeah. So
So he's fine.
3
He
hit
took the
points
antidote.
is
He actually is okay then, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. The
I've
Okay.
got more
antidote
hit points than the other
did
guy
all
anyway.
I think I think he should
exactly.
go with us, because even though he's a little injured, I still think he should go, just because we'll need someone to carry extra stuff, because we might find something in the chest we can't carry. Or I don't know. So I think we should all go. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
we'll just
sleep,
all go.
so if anything happens, we'll just put them to sleep and run. I think we'll be okay.
yeah.
All right then. Take a small break. Come back in 5 minutes.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Hello, it's been about 5 minutes. Are we all back?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm here.
Awesome.
Just
Squig,
waiting for
Doctor.
Patrick.
Alright, I'm back, y'all. Hey, Ekin,
Yes, sir.
you wanna, I'm gonna ask you a question. What do you think about playing in my campaign for a change?
Is it BX?
It is BX. It's BX
Then
with
yeah, I'll
some,
give it a shot
so it's
next
a
time
lot
you play.
more, it's a lot more relaxed. We're playing, 6 p.m. EST. I can invite you to our Discord.
Uh, 6 p.m. EST. I'll have to check the time difference. What time is it for you right now?
5 a.m.
5 a.m. Okay, so you're about 11 hours ahead of me then.
Oh yeah. I think that's,
So then,
14, 15.
it's at 5 a.m. Okay,
I think
so
it's
it's
14,
12.
15
Yeah,
hours.
11 hours ahead. So, or you're 11 hours kind of ahead in time, but like, no, it'll be the opposite. You're back in time for me.
Ah,
So you're if it's 5 a.m. for you, 5:30 a.m. right?
yeah, I believe that.
You're 7. You're 13 hours behind me. So if you're doing it at 6 p.m., that will be the next day for me probably.
No, no, no.
And that
So
would be
what I do is in our schedule. By the way, it is not fantasy. It is like modern. Fair warning.
how's it with BX then?
Okay,
Why would you use BX?
so I use the BX like a lot of the combat rules and stuff, but the primary
Hmm.
race is humans. There aren't like Fae or anything. It's essentially like in a apocalypse, but in a modern setting,
Oh, I see.
which there are some homebrew rules.
All right, I'll see about it. Just send me an invite to it.
Yeah, I did
Cool.
believe so. Yeah, yeah, I did. So if you check the in the in our section, there's a since I used the hammer time, it should translate into your own time.
Hmm.
But it's time to. It's been 5 minutes now.
Yeah. All right, let's continue. So from the let's see. All right. 25. Alright, never mind. From the village of Givalon, you're about to set out again for the ruin, or the mine. And it's a few miles out, so it won't take you a few hours to get there. On foot. Okay. For food supply, um, we are sitting at. Did you guys, for food supply, when
Think,
you were resting, or did we take a day to rest or no?
no, I don't think
No,
we
we
did. No.
we started walking.
Alright, so it's still it's day one but nighttime, so you have to go in the morning. You haven't had much to eat. After this day, you start with 30 pounds of food, and after a day, you lost roughly uh, 4 days worth. So 4 times 3 is 4 times 4 actually, because we had dinner day zero's night. So that'll be 4 times 4 to have fed your crew. Actually, we'll minus one because lunch didn't stay for dinner. He only stayed for lunch.
Mm.
Let's see, in breakfast, of course. So 4 times 4, 16 minus 1, 15. So you're at 15 pounds of food left. Before you set out in the morning, you had breakfast. So this is day 2 of your adventure. Day 2, you set out. You had breakfast, and that cost a total of 3 pounds of food, sitting at 12 pounds of food now. Should be enough for the 3 of you. Alright, so now we venture off on foot. It's a few hours later when you arrive at the mine again. You went through a bit of forest lands, forested hills, grasslands, and then eventually you got to the rocky hills where you found a tall rocky crag area with a bunch of lizards. They scamper away as you approach, and now you stand before the entrance on the north side of the craggy hill.
Okay. We're gonna head inside of the mine.
Alright, you secure your horse nearby on a sapling or some rocks. And you begin to go in with the lightning torches, unless you want to just rely on the daylight.
How far in is the chest? Is the daylight?
The chest is 10 feet in,
Okay, do we have torches on us?
so there's daylight.
Oh, there's daylight. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna go to the chest then.
Alright. You stand at the chest. There's not a lot in there. Actually, there is a lot. But it's not exactly what you expected. It's 100 pounds of copper ore. Each pound of copper ore might be worth a single copper piece. You can keep it in the chest though. Carry it back to town this way.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Close up the chest. Carry it outside. Load onto your horse.
Hmm.
Do you want to go deeper, or do you want to bag this up and leave?
Let's just bag it up and leave.
Let's just go back.
You went 10 feet into the dungeon, and you're gonna leave.
Yeah,
All right.
that's correct. We just wanted to get that chest, man.
Very well. Okay, you go on back home, and a few miles later, a few hours later, you're back in the village with your loot. The loot is worth your standard price for it. Your 100 pounds of copper ore is worth 100 coppers, which is worth 10 silvers. And that you can split between just the three of you, since the other guy is not here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, what about
Alright.
the other money?
What was that?
What
Yeah, we're about to split it. So
Yeah.
let's start doing the math behind it all. There was 39 earlier. Let's put that first from the four of you. I would say that would be 9 each with some extra. That extra could go to the person who purchased food for the party and any additional supplies. Or you could do 10 each with one person getting 9, whoever you think deserves a little less than the others.
When you say 10, you mean silver pieces?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Wolfgang can
So-
have 10. I'll take the 9.
No, I can take the
And-
9, you take the 10.
No, that's all right. You took the risk to open it from the beginning anyway, so you can take the share.
Yeah, right. I'll take the 10 then.
Okay, so Wolfgang, you get 10 silvers first, and then Faust gets 9, Luxie gets 10, and Baldur gets 10.
Mhm.
And then from the second share of treasure, which was 100, or 100 coppers, which is 10 silvers, we're gonna do 3 each, and then 1 extra toward Baldric, since he paid for food, right? Or who paid for food?
I think it
did-
was.
No, that wasn't
I
Baldric.
think
I
it was.
paid
It was
for-
Patrick.
Yeah, so
It was?
Mhm.
Okay.
I ended up paying for the medicine as well as the food.
Alright, well the medicine thing is on you. I don't know what you want to do about that.
Sure.
But I'm gonna do easy math first, and then you guys can figure it out from there. But yeah, don't make it complicated for me, please. Trying to get some like 9th out of 18 fractions, or 9 out of 17 fractions. Like, no, we're not doing that. Alright, so first we'll split it equally, then you guys can pay each other however much you want to pay each
Yeah,
other.
right.
Yeah.
Alright. So then in that case, Baldric gets 14 total, Wolfgang you get 13, and Faust you get 12 in the end. And if you want to, give some of your treasure away real quick, so then when I put the math in later, because right now how I do it is I write it on a notepad, and then from the notepad I transfer it onto your character sheets. So if you want to tell me your notes now, and then I can transfer it to your sheets later. So if you guys want to switch how much you get paid, you can do that. Like if you want to give up part of your share to someone else, this is the time
Yeah,
to do that.
give Baldric 3 of my silver for the medicine.
Alright, so you go down to 9.
Yep.
And then Baldric, you went up to 17. Alright. Okay, and then keep in mind though, Faust was the one, or not Faust, so Wolfgang was the one who actually earned the treasure, kind of, right? He risked life and was the one to open it, right? the chest. So, and he's getting the least out of it, which is kind of sad to see. So I don't know what Baldric wants to do about that because you're getting the most, and I think you had the least amount of risk.
No, but we did
Amongst,
use his horse, and he did pay for the medicine.
that's true. Yeah, you did. All right,
That's
that
fine.
is very
I'm
true.
fine with it, so
All
it's
right,
all good.
good, good with it. All right, all is good. Okay, at least you get to live to tell the tale, Wolfgang.
Yep,
Next time we gotta be a little more careful.
just a
Let's
bit.
see. I know you did try to take traps, but even when you're not certain, you definitely want to take. Sometimes you'll take safety measures. I know it's your first time, but there are other ways to also disable traps. Even if you don't think there's a trap, you can still disable it by doing certain things, right? Like
Yeah.
smashing the lock instead, and then opening the chest.
Oh, right.
Sometimes I would just break it, but and make noise. But if you're very close to the entrance, you might as well just go outside, break the chest, take the contents out, and leave. Sometimes
Yeah.
breaking the chest can be risky though. You never know what's inside naturally, right? So pop a hole through the wood though, the snakes would not be able to escape, but you would hear them.
Yeah.
So inside. There's all these kind of different approaches. Every crew is clever in their own way. You did good though for your first time. You performed the skills that were required of you, and you got the job done.
And you
So
survived.
congratulations on your first one. Yeah.
Yeah, that
You
10
also
roll was
survived.
nice. That was it right there. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So it was meant to be. Although you took some very high risk, you got rewarded, and the dice said that you deserved it, right? So um, there was a lot of risk involved in this one for Wolfgang, right? There was a 10 roll for him to survive getting back home. There was surviving the poison, the damage roll that he took. So Wolfgang had a rough one this week,
Yeah.
but it was his first one. So
Thanks for your first
ain't gonna be
adventure
like
here. That's pretty good. Not bad. Yeah. I
pretty
thought
good for all of you.
yeah.
Oh, Kira's here.
Yes.
Okay, so
I am,
Kira was
I am.
actually gonna join you guys on your second attempt,
I
but
don't
it
know
looks like
how
you
to
guys are
do
not
any of
making it.
this.
Kira. Oh, Kira.
Second,
That's
yeah.
what was that? Death Note. Kira. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's just my real name.
I know, but
Yeah.
there's it's a Kira, but Death Note. There's Kira is what they call the killer in the city. I don't know if you ever saw it.
All right.
No.
Well, congratulations on your treasure, guys. If you want to press on, because we still have game time, we started this game. What was it? We started the game at, I believe, 15:30. So we would go on to 18. Oh wait, it is past the game time.
Yeah, that's what I was
But
saying.
if you do want to play longer, you can stick around. If you want to go for another one, Kira, if you want to play, um, those who will stick around can play with you. But otherwise, if you guys want to take off, no worries. You have played your adventure today, and you're free to take off. Thank you for playing as always, and I hope to see you at the next game. Have a good night if you're American. Otherwise, have a good day if you're not. So, um, all right. So, Squig, you're going to bed.
Yeah, it's 5 a.m.
All right.
Thanks
Yeah.
for the
you go
game,
to
Ekin.
sleep.
See you around.
Yep.
I'm
Thank
going
you
to
for
the-
playing.
I'm going to the gym in like I'm going to the gym in like 4 hours.
Okay.
But I hope to see you. I hope to see you at the zombie.
I'll see you next weekend for sure.
Yeah, we have it at Yeah, that's right. You are working. We hold them on Saturdays.
Yeah, I'm
so
working tomorrow in a few hours when I wake up from sleep.
I'll try my best to hold it a little bit earlier for you. Because I do need to. I
Alright,
kind
cool.
of want your help to help me refine my campaign because it's my first time DMing.
Sure.
It's my first
Yeah.
campaign.
Of course.
Alright. Yeah.
All right. Have a good night, Squig. It was fun. You guys did good this week.
Actually,
Compared to last week, no profits at all, or barely any profits, which is
I
really
did-
rough last week. And this
yeah.
weekend we only had like 2 games, unfortunately.
did forget to ask. What is my total SP now?
I haven't calculated it, but whatever you were at, which was I think 7.5 plus your 17 earned, so you should be around 24. I haven't added it to your sheet yet. I just have it on my notepad. Alright, something like that. So you can think about what you want to buy between games. Okay, and then Sukas, are you sticking around or are you gonna head out?
I'll probably head out.
Alright, no worries.
It's probably the same
Kira,
thing.
sorry you did not make it on time, but if you do want to play, I will try to find some more players so we can keep going.
It's fine. I don't know how, so.
No worries. That's why I was gonna teach you. So
Mhm.
it's
So
pretty fun.
would we
These
just
guys,
continue from
two of
what
them
we
are
were doing
brand new and they
now, or
liked it.
would we start like a whole new dungeon?
You can continue from this week, or you can start another week of adventure. So every game is a different week, but you start out wherever you ended. So which is in a base town, which is in Gavilan actually.
Akira, do you
In the
want to play?
meantime, your character does their own thing. So
It would be the first time I'd play.
It's mine too.
that'd be most epic if we can all play again. We get typically I like to see 3 games every weekend, but this weekend was a little slow. We only had 2 games.
Oh yeah.
It's okay though.
Came pretty
Um,
close to death in my first time playing.
yeah, yeah, you did get pretty close. Suker, so you're European, right?
What was that?
You're European?
No, Australian.
Australia. Oh, nice. You're in the same time zone as me.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. I was like, yeah, the
Okay.
time's like kind of similar.
Yeah. And then Kira, are you American?
I'm South African.
Right? So, oh, okay. So times are pretty decent for you as well. I think it's still daytime for you.
It is.
Epic. All right. Well, we're gonna take a small break because we just got done playing one adventure. But come back in like 15 minutes, and then we'll start another one. I'll try to get some more players in here.
Sure.
Yeah.
But thank you for showing up anyway.
I got that tattoo.
You're gonna have to show me it.
I am
Hopefully
in immense
you're taking
pain.
care of it. Yeah. Is this your? This is not your first tattoo, right?
No, but it's definitely the most painful one I've gotten because it was on my stomach and ribs.
Ugh. I can imagine
I was
just
like,
like
oh, it won't
needling,
be
drilling
that
into your
bad,
belly.
and I was like, oh, it won't be
Yeah,
that bad, and I was like on the bed, almost like on the verge of vomiting.
yeah. You'll be squirming because it's so sensitive in that area.
Yeah.
Soft. And plus, like, it's ticklish mixed with pain. Like, ugh.
Mhm.
Alright. I'll see you soon.
All right. Bye bye.